Hello, everybody, and welcome to another day of the Dark Souls 1 Prepare to Die Edition. Prepare to Die Edition tourney. Today I'm joined here by Ayame. Hello,
Hello,
Ayame.
everyone.
And we're gonna be having our race. Saastutin versus Bolt. Saastutin's a veteran runner of this game. Has been making comebacks every now and then, but now he's participating in a tournament.
Any
Very
percent
excited to
maestro?
Yeah, any percent Maestro. And we have Bolt, which I haven't been seeing that much around lately, but also joined our tournament. So we are hoping for a very nice race today. I'm not sure what Bolt's going to be doing in terms of route, but Sass is going to be doing the Gothless ES Malus that we have already seen in our tournament.
Yeah, Seth is going the same way, everyone. A boring route that we all have been doing for the last few months. Well, actually, weeks since the route has changed pretty much.
Yeah, the route
Yeah,
changed a lot, and it's been a pleasure to see people run it in our tournament. So I think introductions were made and we should be good to go. I'm giving the okay for the runners to ready up and start a race. And we should be starting very soon. So yeah, hope everybody's having a nice day. Today this is the only race that we're gonna have today, but tomorrow is going to be a day filled with races. We're going to have three, not two, not one, three races tomorrow.
yeah, that's gonna be a Titanic stream. Gonna be here for quite a while, and we're gonna get a lot of speed.
Yep, hopefully. So, yep, our runners should be readying up. And we'll have a countdown of 15 seconds. We're using racetime.gg to time our race. So, we're going to have a universal timer going on for both of our runners. And hopefully, no controller shenanigans today. We've been having it in a in a couple, in two
Yeah,
of our last races, I believe.
yeah. Hopefully this time everything goes smoothly.
Yep,
Okay,
and it
there we go.
seems like our race has begun. So good luck to both of our runners. And let's go. We
Let's
already
go.
see a couple of differences here. Uh, our runners are running with different classes, different starting classes.
Yeah.
Sa-
So,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, so Saz is gonna be killing Asylum Demon with bombs, and then going straight for Oscar, collect the keys. I'm gonna have to go all the way around, talk to Oscar, get the Estus Flow, plunge the Asylum Demon, and kill him with his sword.
Yeah, and the main reason for that is because Sass started as thief, and that means that he already starts with a master key. Therefore, he basically can get two gifts to start out his run, and he can choose the Black Fire Bombs, which speeds up the segment greatly.
Which is
Whereas
also kind
Bolt
of cheating.
has a yeah, it's pretty nice for Asylum. While Bolt started as Hunter, and he's going to have to go up and get his bow, which he starts with. But he also doesn't start with a Master Key, so he has to choose that as his gift. Because I don't think he's going to be doing Blighttown Skip.
No, that would be a surprise.
A welcome one. It's a
Yeah,
very nice
actually,
surprise.
that would be a pretty nice thing to see, but I'm thinking we are not gonna get to see that in this tournament,
No,
unfortunately.
you never know, man.
You never know.
Never know. So yeah, we can see that Sass is leaving the asylum already. Meanwhile, Bolt is still fighting Asylum Demon. Just started the fight, gets the double hit on the plunge.
Yeah, there's this very scripted, well, not very scripted, but kind of scripted way of fighting Asylum Demon with short sword, which you get 2 hits, go for his right leg, and he swipes over you. He doesn't hit you, then you get 2 hits more, regen a little bit stamina, and then get 2 more. If he doesn't do a weird jump or fly up thing, it's pretty fast. It got kind of complicated for Bolt there, but he managed to kill him fast enough.
Yeah. To both of our runners, I was about to be wrong because Bolt's taken a little bit of a detour to get fire bombs here, but I believe he's going to Berg as well, which Sass is in now. And you're gonna be seeing runners, or mainly just Sass, toggling his weapon a lot. And that's because any upper body animation that you do while starting a sprint makes your character accelerate faster and get up to top speed earlier, saving a couple frames. Probably amounts to like 1 or 2 seconds all the run.
Probably a little bit more than that since this run is pretty long, but yeah. Oh, we
So we're
see
seeing, yeah, we're seeing some interesting routing from Bolt here. Going to
quitting
be
out.
killing the the merchant.
Yeah,
The merchant that Sass did a lot of buying from. He bought a rapier, some arrows, the short bow, a shield, and he used a glitch called prompt swap to buy the bottomless box for less souls than it actually costs.
yeah. He basically scammed the merchant into thinking he was buying a firebomb while he was actually taking home the bottomless box, which is a lot more expensive. And we see Bolt is doing uh, lower Borg skip. He's presumably gonna free Grix.
Getting the Mayo Breaker as well. While Sass is fighting Taurus Demon, gets hit by Taurus. That was an kind of bad positioning from Sass, but Taurus Demon is down. Meanwhile, Bolt's going to free Griggs. So yeah, not a lot like what we've seen so far in the tournament from Bolt.
Yeah, I think that this might be the first Grix we see, right? In the
Yeah,
tournament so far.
I think so. Seeing a lot of
Dak
dog action.
Dak is happy to see Grix in chat. He's a Grix aficionado.
Griggs community. Alright, Sass getting the Drake Sword. Drake Sword is gonna be mainly used to kill Iron Golem in the start of this run. And to break the wall to free
Yeah, I was
Loki.
gonna say that. Kill as Iron Golem and a wall, which is the wall can be harder than an Iron Golem sometimes.
Definitely. Yeah, it's been fine for me lately, using the insane Kamul strat.
Yeah, Kamul saved all of our souls as usual. That strat has been working wonders for me too.
So Sass is also approaching one of the most famous skips in the game by now, Sense Gate skip. Allows us to bypass the Sense Gate without having to ring any bells by abusing a death cam that deloads assets from the game because the game thinks that you're dead. Alright, so that's doing the fists riposte on the right side. I'm seeing a lot of plays for a right side SGS if you don't want that guy to catch up to you, because it's pretty crucial to this route to sit at this bonfire now, because you need to level up strength. And if this guy, the hollow you just reposted, catches up to you in this run, you can't sit at that bonfire. So yeah, you either wait for him to beat it, or you reset your camera and you have to go all the way back and try again.
Yeah, and that is no bueno. That's a lot of time that you would lose if that happened.
And we saw Bolt killing Tarsima with the short sword and resin. The resin adds a lot of damage to this early game. Without it, it'd be pretty bad. And we see him also get the Drake sword using the Mailbreaker, as opposed to the short sword, which is interesting.
And Bolt is probably going to be doing the same glitch that we just saw Sass do, skipping Sense Gate skip.
Yep. Opts to go around instead of inside the church. And now we're gonna
Interesting.
be seeing move swap from Sass for the first time in the run. Move swap is the most important glitch in this game.
Oh, and Sass goes for the insane
Oh, he
forehead
gets it.
strat.
Nice.
He got it.
He gets the snake kill along with breaking the wall. So very nice from Sass. That also is a minor thing compared to what he just did, but he also doesn't need to kill the archer just before Golem, who we call Bob. I
Yeah.
hope he kills him anyway because Bob is very annoying.
Yeah, I kill him just because he deserves it. But
True.
he doesn't need because he has enough soul, so if Bob just moves out of the way, he doesn't need to kill
Yeah,
him.
I think Boat's grabbing RTSR now. He just got 999 wooden arrows, and he's heading down to Dark Group Basin. So yeah, that's not the norm we've been seeing. We've been seeing people do equip slot manipulation mainly.
Which is something that
So
we will explain later when Sass gets there. Well,
yeah.
try to explain. It's actually impossible to explain because it's just black magic, but we will do our best. And that's not
Oh,
where you jump.
both doing flower skip. Wow, I haven't seen this in years. And yeah, that's the wrong flower. But he gets it on second try. Very nice.
Nice. I don't think I had actually ever seen that. I had seen the drops, but not that particular. I didn't
That's
even know that was called flower skip. I'm a noob.
a nice one. And he gets a warm welcome from the Black Knight as well. There's a little BME here. And Sass getting very close to Iron Golem. And like
Yeah.
we said, Sass did move swap. Move swap is the most important glitch in this run. We transfer the Rapier's moveset to a weapon of our choice, and that makes a lot of weapons that would normally be very slow to be viable for speedrunning. And at this point in the game, it's doubling our damage, but it's gonna make the damage skyrocket once we have Red Tier Stone Ring.
Yeah, and Moveshop not only makes gives us a lot of damage, it also makes the game like very fun. It's very fun to play with Moveswap, and it also gives us a lot of routing options because since we can use a lot of weapons that wouldn't be usable, like the one Sas is gonna be using like a couple minutes from now, um, we can do a lot of different routes in the game thanks to this glitch using different weapons, which we wouldn't be able to use it properly. So, and that's why move swap is the, as Mario said, the bread and butter of this speedrun. So now it looks like maybe Bolt is going for, yeah, he's arrowing the hollow to aggro him in order to do sense gate skip.
Yeah, this is this short bow? This seems like short bow. It's pretty different from
Yeah, it's shortbow because
longbow.
yeah, he's using the shortbow because that's what the hunter starts as, so he didn't have to pick up the longbow. So yeah, we didn't explain a lot of what is going on in this skip before. Basically, what's going on is outside of this pathway, this stairs, there is a kill box. There's a space that when you touch it, you basically die. And on top of that, there's trigger for the camera to get in this weird vertical state, which is right above the kill box. So when you fall to your death in this game, the camera goes in this vertical state. So you watch your character fall to his death. And what this skip utilizes is that camera. We push ourselves with the repost animation outside of the pathway, so we touch the trigger for the death cam, but we don't actually touch the kill box, so we don't die, but the game thinks that we died. Oh my god!
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god! Yeah,
Yeah, the
that's
game thinks that Bolt died now, and so do I.
yeah. So yeah, what happens is the game thinks you died because you touched the death cam, but you actually didn't. And since the game thinks you died, it stops loading assets of the game. Like for example, the gate of Sense Fortress. That's why in this state of the game, with that camera, players can get inside Sense Fortress. Unfortunately, after successfully executing the glitch, Bolt died to some very mean snakes in a very catalyst way.
This is the second death to snakes that we see in the tournament.
Yeah, and that's actually pretty
Meanwhile,
weird. It's very
Fast is
rare that
going.
that happens.
Depends. But meanwhile, we see Saz already in Anor Londo after defeating Adam Golem. He rested at Dark Moon Tomb Bonfire, leveled up stats to use the next weapon, alongside some endurance. And he did a quit out there to make the elevator, the rotating staircase, to be below, which is favorable for two reasons. We don't have to wait for it to come down again when we want to go to Priscilla. And it's actually faster than just waiting, even though you quit out, because that elevator takes ages. And we can't just quit out for it when we're bringing it down, unlike Dark Souls 3. So, yeah, go figure.
Go figure. Yeah, that's actually the opposite way that it works with most elevators in the game. Most elevators, when you quit out mid travel, the elevator goes to the destination. But with that thing, which is, I guess it doesn't count as an elevator, it stays on on the place it came from, say some way.
Both
Bolt is
fell.
having a lot of trouble with Sense Fortress.
I think he fell on the.
Yeah, he got hit by a pendulum. Okay, finally getting past the lightning snake, and now facing the wall break boss. See if he gets it. Okay, he gets it, and it looks like, oh, he didn't go for. It looks like he was trying to go for the same strat that Sass went for, but actually no. And
Oh,
this
he
is the
didn't.
reason.
The RTA dance. Oh, he didn't talk to Logan. Okay, he
Yeah,
quit
that's
out.
why he's quitting out. Yeah.
I thought he was just gonna run away from it. Leave
I actually
Logan.
I actually did that in a run today, and it was quite funny. Meanwhile, we get Saz approaching probably the hardest boss in the game. Um, he's gonna be doing move swap right in front of the fog gate, and he's gonna be entering the fight of Ornstein and Small, which is going to be especially hard in this route because he has very low damage, and especially if he's
Ooh,
this
he
fight is
gets
this
hit
fight
by the.
is usually hard because it's 2 against 1, but if it's actually 3 against 1, it's even worse. It looks
Hey,
like
Smo's being a bro now. He
yeah.
just hopped back like 3 times. And he's just lost. Smo is walking on a park here. I don't know what the
I don't know. Small watch. Well, he saw like the giant outside hitting Saz, and he was like, "Nah, that's not fair, man." Oh my god,
He cancels the shovel.
that was
That is
very
really nice.
that was very close.
Oh man, this is an interesting fight for Sass, but
Yeah.
I'm sure he's glad he's alive after all this. Oh my God, Smo, please.
No. Oh shit. He did that twice.
This fight was a roller coaster of emotions. Um, yeah,
GG.
all things considered, that was okay. Sass is alive.
Yeah.
Um,
Just considering
considering
quitting
put
out.
out there, yeah,
But
killing Guinevere to trigger the Dark Orlando and get the Lord Vessel. She talks too much. You know,
she
we ain't
talks a
got that.
lot and makes you wait a lot of time to give you the water vessel, so that's why we kill her. And also because of Dark and Orlando, otherwise we couldn't enter the fight with Windling later.
We can. It's just, you know, much more
Don't you need?
convenient.
I mean,
Uh,
you can't. Don't you need like the ring that's in the catacombs
nah,
if you don't get on?
there's a
Oh,
glitch
you
you
get
can do
there.
on
Oh, there we
behind
go. It's okay.
the statue. But meanwhile, Bolt was fighting Iron Golem with Rio RTSR that he picked up and he set up. RTSR is a huge boost to our damage, and we're gonna be seeing it as a standard in fights later on. Bolt's doing some interesting equipping while jumping here. Meanwhile, Sass is approaching Gargoyles. Though he's triggering this elevator, so he can use it on the way to Stray Demon later. That's a nice Balder Knight. Rare sight.
He takes
Opts to
Hollow
go
Room
for
very safely.
opts to go for the safe Hollow Room, which honestly, it's really hard to blame anyone for doing this,
Yeah.
especially after the scare that the Ornstein and Smo fight was for Sass.
Yeah.
Definitely not blaming him in this one. That room can be brutal.
Yeah, so main difference we are already seeing in between these routes. Yeah, you see, SAS is already done with Ornstein and Small, while Bolt hasn't yet to reach them. That's because Bolt took a stroll to go get RTSR, which SAS doesn't have. But that's gonna give Bold a huge advantage in combat because as we already seen in Iron Golem, like Bold had a much better time with Iron Golem than Sas did because he had a lot more damage thanks to RTSR, which RTSR, for those unaware, is a ring in the game that stands for Red Tearstone Ring, which boosts your damage like 1,000% when you are below 20% health. It's technically 50%, but it's calculated in a way that's almost double the damage most of the time.
Yeah, that pair with move swap is just skyrockets your damage a
Yeah,
lot.
and we will see a huge difference in the ONS fight compared to the damage that Sass had.
Sounds punching lock track, which we need to knock off of this
Yeah,
cliff so he
not
doesn't
rolling,
kill
not
our
rolling off.
firekeeper. Okay, meanwhile, Bolt squeezing in between falling from the rafters and the painting guardian to get through. He manages to do it. So it's important to note, like Ayame said, Bolt's gonna have a little bit of a nicer time with certain bosses. Also noting that he's not going down to rest at Dark Moon Tomb Bonfire here,
Interesting.
which uh, leads us to believe that he's going to be doing Gwendolyn and Priscilla way later in the run.
Yeah,
Um, the difference between the ONS fight for Bolt is going to be that he's going to need 2 running attacks with Red Tearstone Ring active to kill Ornstein. And Smo as well is going to be much faster.
yes. Well, it's going to be like 2 or 3 hits less, I think. I'm not sure exactly how many hits it is, but probably gonna
It's
be 2 or 3
too
less.
long since I did Dragon Tooth RTSR
Yeah, I've never
on
done
that
it.
fight. It was bad, man. Meanwhile, Sass did some fall damage cancels via plunging. They're very useful here in Blighttown if we don't do Blighttown skip, which is It's a very difficult skip that's also not very friendly RTA wise, so most of the runners, if not all of them, are gonna opt to not do it. But we might have a surprise in runners that will actually do it. I don't know.
Maybe let's hope for it. I mean, it would be very nice to see it at least once. For if there's people watching the races that are not very familiar with speedrunning and haven't seen a lot of um, speedruns, it would be a very nice opportunity to get introduced to one of the coolest skips, if not the coolest skip in the game.
Yeah, the problem with that is just the value to return ratio in Blighttown Skip for an RTA run. It's just if you fall once off the seam, you're losing 10 seconds. If you lose twice,
Yeah,
it's 20, and it's already not very RTA friendly. You're ready to do a couple quit out.
maybe we can
Especially
pressure.
since this version is you would have to do unequip arrows, which is also a whole different can of worms that
Yeah,
people don't even try getting into.
and you would also need to reroute in order to get the catalyst from somewhere else. Because one thing we didn't mention is Saz, as he was going down to Blighttown, he stopped to say hi to Rickard of I don't remember to Rickard to buy a catalyst from him, which he will be using later in the round to cast spells. So if you were to do Blighttown skip, you would completely skip Rickard and you would have to get the catalyst from somewhere else, which is the main reason that we haven't been actually given thought to um, putting Blighttown skip into this route, because it wouldn't be faster RTA and it would need a lot of rerouting. But I don't know. Maybe we can pressure Regal into doing it.
Yeah, meanwhile, Bolt got our TSR via an unconventional way by getting
Yeah.
backstabbed by a Silver Knight, but he got it, and he did move swap. Now he has a move swap to Dragon Tooth with Red TSR Ring, so hopefully we'll see the difference in damage in a much nicer fight from Bolt.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Saz is duping Quillax Souls a lot of times.
Oh,
He's
and he
getting.
dies to
Oh,
Ornstein.
yeah, that's right.
To Smo, rather. That's after
Yeah,
killing
Smo.
Ornstein.
Smo is actually the boss in this fight. So yeah, Saz just duped the Soul of Quillag, like, I don't know what is it, like 4,000 times. He virtually sold Soul of Lot of Quillag to Fram a whole lot of times and got millions of souls. He also scammed Logan to buy 4 soul spears from him instead of 1, and he will be getting a lot of levels.
Yeah. All of those levels, seemingly random, they have a purpose. 32 vitality is for a bit of comfort in a lot of the sections of the game. 16 attunement is to be able to equip 4 spells. 52 endurance is to set up air rolls, which is a very interesting glitch that we're going to be seeing later on. 53 is to two-shot Artorias with 2 running attacks. 45 dexterity is to cap out on cast speed. We're going to be doing some magic now.
And Bull died again to ONS.
Yeah, not having the best time around now with no one else.
Yeah.
And
The
99
downside,
intelligence for very obvious reasons that Sass just got.
okay. So the downside to using RTSR is that, yeah, you have a lot of damage, but you cannot survive any kind of hit, which you can with the route that you go full health to the fight. It's still worth it if you can. If you have RTSR, it's still worth it because it's very fast, and the sooner the boss dies, the less risk you have of actually dying yourself. But he might have been able to survive that if he was at full health instead of RTSR. Sass getting
Oh,
bullied by hollows.
Sass getting a warm welcome. Using homing soul mass to get a little bit of damage early on when he can't cast during the fight, start of the fight.
blocking the explosion and staying alive by a thread. He didn't have a
Blocking the
lot of health to
explosion
block
is
them.
extremely based.
Yeah, it looks very good, and it's also it can be faster um if
All
you
right,
block properly.
Bolt is done with Ornstein Smo. You can see the difference in damage that Smo received. Much, much nicer than without our TSR.
And meanwhile, Sas is done with Stray and is going to the Painted World.
Yeah. The
So it
painted
looks
world will
like.
mark the uh
Go ahead.
what SAS is going to get to make our TSR.
Oh
He's not
yeah,
going to physically go get our TSR like Bolt did. Gonna use a glitch called equip slot manipulation that lets us receive the effects of Red Tearstone Ring by equipping a different item into the ring slot. An item that shares the same ID, which is the red sign soapstone. Maybe From Software just thought that, oh, it's red. Let's just give them the same ID. And equip
actually,
slot
that's probably why they have the same ID. Honestly,
Equip slot manipulation is a very, very interesting and complicated glitch to explain. I don't know the full ins and outs of it, but it relies on the character being in a state called crammed, which is when we go past the inventory weight limit, which is a leftover mechanic from Demon Souls. This game has a 10,000 units weight limit, which will use another glitch that Saz already used it, but the quantity storage to buy 999 pikes. So it's gonna be one pike that weighs 999 of a pike. So gonna put him in that state, and then he's going to perform equip slot manipulation to equip the red sign soapstone onto the ring slot. And that's what he's doing now. He's going to get the red sign soapstone. No PvP for us today.
sad. Important to note also about this the ESM glitch is that um, the players are the SAS is gonna have the red soapstone equipped in the ring slot as an RT, and it will behave as an RTSR, but it he doesn't have the ring. So if SAS ever unequips the fake RTSR, he would have to go to get crammed again in order to equip the red soapstone again, and that would be a huge time loss for him. So that's something such as wanting to avoid at all cost.
Yeah. However, it is better to go and get another fake RTSR rather than just not getting anything.
Yeah, probably.
Trust me. Ooh, Sass gets a nice snipe spawn from
Yeah.
spawn snipe rather. With the homing so masses on this Priscilla spawn. So a very clean fight from Sass. This fight's much more much less random with sorcery rather than Dragon Tooth. So very nice. I was going
Also,
to Undead Parish.
bold done with gargles, trying to dupe a bone. And here is where SAS is going to be doing what Mario described moments ago. Is going to, yeah, there he did the quantity storage, which we didn't explain. We can explain that in a bit. He bought 999 pikes and other stuff like the Crest of Artorias. And now he's going to be performing an action and while an animation, and while he does that animation, he tries to access the hood, the headpiece, tries to unequip the ring, gets a funny message, and you didn't see it because he did it so fast, but he gets a funny dialogue message and it prompts a menu that lets you equip something, and he equips the red soapstone, which turns magically into the red tearstone.
Yeah, and Bolt is I don't know what Bolt's gonna do. Probably Quelag now. Casted Fall Control. I guess he's going to be doing the comfy plunges.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Sass is making his way to Hydra, which we need to kill to spawn a golem that spawns then Dusk of Ulasil, which we summon to later on get her set, which has a very, very good crown included, which is going to boost our magic damage by a lot, despite looking
We
ridiculous.
we also summon her to do quantity storage again for buying 999 catalysts. I assume that's what SAS is going to be doing, and we will use that to dupe the scale that the Hydra is going to drop. That will be a good opportunity to explain um, both quantity storage and negative duping.
Yeah,
For
I
now,
believe that's what he's doing.
yeah, because he didn't get the scale from Snuggly, so that's what he has to do. So Seth is gonna snipe some heads of the Hydra here. Gets one, rolls three times, snipes another one. Hopefully, yeah, he gets it.
Oh, he gets a different head though. He
Yeah,
should
he
be
got
careful
the.
here.
He's aware of that and he's walking accordingly. And you see Sass drop the pike and picked it up again. That's because that pike was actually 999 pikes. So by dropping it, he drops all of them and he picks up only one. And that way he's no longer crammed. If he was still crammed, he wouldn't be able to switch rings, which is something that he will be doing later. So that's why he does that. But as we said earlier, now that he's no longer crammed, if he happens to unequip the red soapstone that's an RTSR, he will need to get crammed somehow again. And now is when we can explain quantity storage. Basically, this game, when you see a prompt that has a number, for example, when you're going to drop something, which is what SAS is going to do, if you want to drop like the arrows in this case, and you see that number on screen on the prompt, the 999, the game stores that quantity. And using the confirmation box of an item and a double menu, you can transfer somehow that quantity to in this case a merchant and buy that quantity instead of the quantity that you would normally buy. And SAS will be using that to buy 999 Ulasil catalyst. And then what he will do is he tries to purchase it again, which as he has 999. Well, actually, I don't know how to explain that. Mario, can you explain that? Because I'm gonna mess it up.
No. Hope I
No, you
help.
can't either.
No.
Well, he has 999 catalyst and he tries to buy another one and the game somehow stores a negative quantity. I don't remember exactly why, but the quantity stored is minus 998, which is 1 minus whatever. And so with that quantity stored, he does another double menu trick which lets him use that quantity that he has stored, and he can drop minus 998 scales, which gives him plus a lot of scales, basically. I'm sorry, that's the best way I can explain it. We would need to get Doug or Kamul or Android or someone who actually knows how the game works in on call to explain it better.
Nah, they're nerds. Bolt's getting a lot of levels. He did the same glitching, the same duping that Sass did earlier. And Sass killed Butterfly. That fight's really, really nice with homing Soul Mass and Soul Spear really fast. And he's also going to be scamming Logan, presumably. Yeah, he bought a bunch of soul arrows. And I believe he got a lot more attunement as well. Yeah, that's a lot of attunement. So we're gonna be seeing a lot of soul spears from both.
I don't know what he needs so many soul spears for, but he's covered.
I mean, more power to him.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Sass is gonna be doing Sif with magic. Try to knock him down. Casting Soul Mass before the gates open. Because that spell, if he hits I was distracted by Bolt missing Soul Spear
Yeah, I was too.
on Andre. Oh,
Yeah, he
yeah, that's what I
didn't.
was gonna say. If that spell touches anything, it just disappears.
Oh, and
Oh, and
he
he
died.
dies to Sif.
Yeah, you can't be greedy with Magic Save because that happens.
Yeah, Soul Masses just doesn't help you a lot of the time
To be
when
fair, there's a
when
way like
we
if you
get in
wall
there.
backwards as soon as or sideways as soon as the fight starts and you get the jump, you can roll and you get out of the way of the jump so he doesn't like Sif doesn't touch the masses and they don't disappear, but yeah, that can happen if you don't do that. It's also kind of memey that you have to enter the fight sideways because if you enter the fight like straight head on, the masses collide with some imaginary collision that there is, and they disappear instantly when the fight starts. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this fight with magic at all. And
Yeah,
it's like the Sass is also, first of all, he's gonna have the positioning disadvantage because of the fog gate now. Sif is already triggered, and he's going to have to pick his souls up in the middle of the arena. So that's even more time lost there because he needs to souls to upgrade his Dragon Tooth. Oh
yeah,
wow!
that
Did you see that Soul Spear just phase through Sif?
yeah, because Sif is kind of
That's
it.
cool.
Sif is
Oh,
not
he
really.
doesn't get his
Oh,
souls.
oh,
Oh well. It's probably
that's
opting to dupe, yeah.
yeah,
Oh, he just has to use one soul, so that's actually pretty smart. He didn't have to walk all the way up there.
yeah.
Alright, I stand corrected. Very
Okay, we
nice.
we were wrong. I wouldn't have thought about that. I would have gone for the souls.
I wouldn't
In
have
fact,
died just then.
that's fair.
So now it's going to Duke's Archives.
Now I'm really looking forward to you dying to save on your runs.
I won't. Both doing Hydra as well as Soul Spear and RTSR, so it should be similar to what we saw Sass do.
Yeah, he's aiming for different heads. Well, not different heads, but in a different order, kind of. But yeah, he gets the job done.
Yeah, that's the pretty old magic way of doing Hydra, which is pretty cozy. You just stand there, shooting heads, whack-a-mole. So yeah, I didn't have to drop any pikes, none of that. He already has his RTSR. He had a cannon equipped as well, so Bolt is
Yeah.
chilling.
Meanwhile, Sass is approaching one of the oldest and coolest skips in the game, also the biggest um, in Duke skip. He will be killing the crystal golem first, though. No hit to your skip. Yeah, you can do that skip and hitless.
We're seeing
Ah,
also Bolt do the same that Sass did. So he's going to summon Dusk, probably get hit in body here already. And that's to get her crown later on. Oh, doing insane table breaking strats. Nice, nice.
hey, Red calling me out. I didn't say it's the biggest. I said it's one of the biggest. Obviously, wrong warp is bigger than than Duke skip. But yeah, this skips a huge section of the game. Well, I mean, not huge, but it skips what, like 5 to 10 minutes of gameplay, and it's also a very boring zone, so it's very nice.
So
And
Sass, yeah,
yeah,
that
and
was a little
fails.
tougher, right?
4 minutes, whatever. It's a lot of time and a lot of Picasa nonsense.
I haven't seen that area in the game in years. So
Well, I've seen it
thank you,
because
Duke.
Kata is running all achievements, but yeah,
Well,
I
he's seen
haven't
it. I
been
haven't.
there. I haven't been there in a while. Picasso nonsense, exactly.
And Bolt's also going to be doing Magic Sif. We're seeing a lot of Magic Sif today, huh?
Yeah, that's kind
Interesting.
of the standard way of doing it. If you don't want to go out of your way to do melee save, I'm still doing magic save too because whatever.
Gross.
It's whatever. I it
So we
yeah
see
technically
Sass getting the ladder as well.
yeah.
Not equipping DCR right now.
I
Probably on
mean
the.
yeah, probably on the fog gate or something.
I really need to equip DCR actually.
No.
Yeah, both definitely has enough soul spears for just about anything.
Yeah, Bolt can finish the game without ever sitting at a bonfire again, only using Soul Spear, basically.
We're gonna be seeing Sass set up RTSR with some drops here.
And
And
see,
the Seath fight should be really,
see,
really easy.
the thing that I mentioned earlier happened that Bolt approached the beginning of the fight straight on, and the Soul Masses collided with something, and three of them disappeared, and the two remaining they collided against Sif because he jumped again. It's the grave. I don't know if it's the grave or it's Sif that like he's there for like a frame and then he teleports or something. I don't know. It's weird. Probably the grave. He takes damage. Yeah, maybe it's that Sif has collision there for like a frame and then the collision moves and he teleports to the spawning point of the first encounter.
Well,
I don't know.
point
It's
being,
very
the
weird.
Soul Match sucks.
Yeah, Solmas is very bad.
It's real bad. Never comes through when needed. But anyway, we're gonna be ditching it soon. Sass already ditched it for Hidden Body, so we're not gonna be seeing Soul Mass from him. I don't know when Bolt's gonna be ditching it, if he's going to be ditching it. And yeah.
I hope he is.
Important to notice, Bolt has a bit more magic damage than Sass does because he has a ring that boosts magic damage as well. So Bolt's going to have Omega magic damage with Dust Crown Ring.
Oh
Not
yeah.
Dust Crown Ring, sorry, Dust Crown.
Oh yeah, I already forgot that Bolt freed Griggs. Yeah, that's fair. That's really true. It will be interesting to see the difference in damage that we get in the late game.
Yep. And now Sass is going to the DLC. It's approaching an RTSR setup here, also with a drop. Going to be fighting Sanctuary Guardian. And one of the things I like about this route, not just that it's simple, non-farming, RTA friendly, is how hybrid the combat in between fights is. So you saw Sass use magic for Sif or Butterfly, but now he's just used magic for not magic, melee for Seath, and now he's going to be using melee for Guardian as well.
Yeah, Saz's Pro is basically going to be using melee for all the DLC except for Calamite, where we will see the new Gothless strat that I think everyone but who there was someone who did like normal save. Was it D9 against me the last race that did regular Calamite
I think D9 and
and
Raiden
Raiden? Yeah.
both normal. So
Uh,
a difference here is that Bolt killed that guy, the the golem with 2 soul spears. Whereas Sass, if he were to do that, he would need 3. And that's the ring. Oh, I was missing him a running attack, but he wasn't in range for any danger, so Sanctuary Guardian's down.
Now we see Bolt doing Duke Skip. Let's see if he gets it first try. Yeah, he gets it. Well, I actually don't
Nice.
know if that was first try because I wasn't watching.
Oh, it was. It was a weird camera angle, at least from to me. But if he's got it, he's got it. GG's to Bolt. Oh, and doing the ladder skip with.
Yeah, that's probably slower RTA, right? Like
I think so. I think he could have done a plunge there.
we
Be
got an insane
way
raid
better.
from Kata. Thank you for the raid, Kata. Welcome, raiders.
Mr. Catalyst. And we're going to be seeing the first arrows. We're going to be using a lot of arrows down elevator shafts in the DLC. The vertical architecture of the areas allows us to take great advantage of that. And the way it works is that the game lets us chain rolls mid-air if we're a very specific weight load. So that's why Sass has a bunch of seemingly random things equipped. He has a pike, had a pike equipped. As well as the part of the thief armor and the elite knight set, which we didn't mention, but that's why he got that in the first place. And now we're gonna see Artorias hopefully going down in 2 hits.
Yeah, hopefully. Worth mentioning that Sass did take the bonfire, Sanctuary Guard, and the Sanctuary bonfire, so he shouldn't. Oh my God, Artorias is doing a lot of backflips. So yeah, so should Sass have died to Artorias, which he didn't, he wouldn't have lost that much time because he had that bonfire. But he did lose quite some times to actually taking it because he had to redo RTSR setup. But anyway, there we are.
Yep.
He's
He
going to.
might know his lead now, so I don't think he's taking many chances.
Yeah, that's fair.
A lot of winning a race, especially in this setting where there are like a lot of nerves going on, it's not dying.
Yeah.
Some deaths take a lot of time.
Yeah, especially
Get over.
that one. Especially that one. If you don't take the bonfire, that's like what 3.5 minutes of run back.
And both losing time to Arpinata's Seath because he's doing a gesture. Very cool.
Okay,
Seth's
so
getting RTSR with
exactly.
Gwendolyn.
And
And let's
Bolt
see
going
if
for the
he
DLC.
gets. Oh, he doesn't get a big AoE spell because he was asking the other day if we could punish that, and you can. That's pretty nice. That with RTSR we don't only rely on arrows for Gwendolyn, which makes him a little more bearable.
Didn't go that well trying that for me on my race, but you can do it if you do it properly. Meanwhile, Bolt approaching the DLC. He's gonna be fighting Guardian, probably with magic. I have to assume he's been doing
Yeah,
mostly magic until now.
I don't think that he upgraded the Dragon Tooth at all.
Yeah, it didn't look like it. So the route Bolt is doing is looks very close to Duck's ES Mage route, right? Only that he started as Hunter instead of Thief, and he did actual RTSR instead of ESM.
I'm not sure if I'd go as far as saying that's similar to ES Mage. The hybrid of Grapple Mage and Mayo Draker.
Yeah.
So right now, Sass is doing the entire point of getting a bunch of magic boosting stuff, which is killing Calamite while he's midair. So we completely ignore Goth, the Goth questline, which saves a lot of time.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Paul doing magic, Guardian, which is pretty concerning. Yeah. That's
That's
a
magic
death to
Guardian for
Guardian.
you.
Yeah, that boss is. You want to be done with that boss as soon as possible because. Oh, Shaz did take. I mean, Bolt did take the bonfire. I missed that. So he's not losing that much time dying to Guardian, thankfully.
Yep.
Taking the
And
bonfire
meanwhile,
also means that he doesn't have RTSR, which would make this fight a lot more comfy.
and Sass is done with Calamite, so now all that's left in the DLC for him is Manus.
Yeah, it's insane how much faster the DLC is with Godless. Like the moment you realize that you're in the DLC, you're already over with it. If you got to running this route before Android killed it with the new finding, DLC took a lot longer. We would be picking up the crest ring at the crest key by now instead of going to Manus.
Yeah. And using arrows once again to roll down this elevator shaft. Getting the bonfire here as well. And Saz is about to pick up a very, very good spell, Dark Bead, which is going to be using for a lot of the endgame bosses. The endgame cleanup boss rush.
Yeah, we
And once
have.
we kill these guys,
Yeah, it's so nice that Soul Spear pierces and you can get the sorcerer and the monkey at the same time. We do have Soul Spear Maestro Catalyst in chat saying that that Magic Guardian is chill according to his words, which you take however you please.
and I believe, yeah, Saz's gonna be doing Manus Foggate skip here. Going to
Yes.
be unequipping Dust Crown Ring, getting RTSR, and
While
fighting Manus.
Bolt is doing the weird plunge setup for Royal Wood skip. Stennis special.
Yeah, he's a very interesting lineup Bolt's taking here.
There you go. And he did it.
And
Meanwhile,
he quits out?
yeah, I don't know what that is about.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, oh, it's because he had fall control. Well, I think he took long enough that fall control would just run
Mm,
out without
yeah.
having to quit out, but, you
And
know.
Sas is done with Manus. Sas is done with the DLC and proceeds to clean up phase of the run. Meanwhile, Bolt approaching Artorias. Magic Artorias, which is also pretty concerning. Let's see how that goes for him. He does have RTSR this time, as opposite to Guardian.
He gets I think that's a nice opening.
Yeah, it should be.
So I think that's going to be interrupting the power.
Oh, he rolled way too early.
Oh, that is, yeah, extremely early. XD. Meanwhile, Sass is doing Fire Sage Elevator Clip, which is a very cool skip,
Yeah, tell
which
us about
lets
that skip,
you
Mario.
no, lets you kill Fire Sage Demon without having his AI on, by clipping through this elevator and performing a plunge on him.
as you see on screen.
It's very, very flashy.
And he
Love
also
to
doesn't
watch it.
move because he's not activated. Like Sas hasn't entered the fight, so the boss is not active, and
Yeah.
you can just stand there and kill him, which is very comfy. That's why we always say that Fire Sage is our favorite boss in the run. So to
Excellent.
develop a little bit on why the Fire Sage elevator clip works, it's because the elevator takes a little bit longer than the rest of the map and the player to load. And since whenever you perform a quit out and you load back in, the game pushes your character a little bit back. So by facing your back against the elevator and standing on the edge of the stable ground and quitting out a bunch of times, the game pushes you every time a little bit more backwards into where the elevator is. But since the elevator loads later, there's a point where your character is inside the elevator and falls through the hole, and that's what we saw Sas do, and probably we will see Bull do it as well. See how Artorias goes for Bull this time.
I got a stagger. And that was
And
much nicer.
Bull making sure to get his souls back. I don't know if he actually needs them.
Like we said, meanwhile, SAS is on pretty much a more cleanup phase of the game. The time saves and time losses are probably gonna be way more dependent on skips and areas now rather than the bosses because we just blast everything with Dark Bead slash Soul Spear.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of execution in this late game, which is cool. We're also gonna be seeing SAS kill Bed of Chaos using some bombs. This track called Toki bombs. We're gonna stand at a very specific place inside the arena and throw fire bombs at Bed of Chaos that way. Which is much, much nicer than killing them the casual intended way. And Bolt's gonna be doing Gothless Calamite as well.
Yeah, looks like it. It should still be two cycle, right? He has more damage, but there's no way he can get one cycle. Like the damage for two cycles that Sas did in his route is very tight, as far as I know.
Bolt's timer cut because he's
Yeah.
over an hour now.
So Bolt is basically winning. Oh, he's not locking on. Or did he just miss the lock on and said, screw it?
I don't know. He was also really late to the correct spot to start shooting Calamite, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, but as I was saying, since he has more damage, he probably can miss at least one soul spear and still get the kill. Maybe he can get in 7 or 6 soul spears instead of 8.
Oh, either way, he's getting a 3 cycle now. We just saw Saz perform the Toki bombs and kill Bat of Chaos. Now he's going to be fighting Ceaseless. It's not that much of a fight. He just stands there and takes Dark Beast to his face.
Oh, that's okay. He managed. There was a bit of a dance with Calamite that Bolt performed because
Yeah,
he wasn't sure
Calamite's
if
dead now.
yeah, he got it. So that's what matters. But it looked like Bolt wasn't sure if he was getting the good attack or if he was or if he was early. So he went back and then realized that it was a good one. So he went back to the safe spot and he got it finally. So he's moving on, going for he for oh he's doing fall control quitouts. He's
He has
going for
more than
manas now.
enough Soul Spears too. to afford some missed ones.
Yeah. Is going to be doing Hullbridge. I doubt we will be seeing progress pathing, sadly. Sass didn't do progress pathing, and Bolt hasn't done it either. Sad.
Yeah. Here you can sort of see the power of Dark Beam. That was a
Uh,
two input fight. Just had to
yeah,
press R1 twice.
you just stand there. And Bolt getting blocked by the chain prisoner. That's something. And then quitting out for the elevator.
So yeah, Sass is done with Izalith and the lower part of the game. Suppose we could say that. Now he's going to do some cleanup in Firelink and in New Londo.
Yeah, he's going to be performing some more air rolls. The last time we see air rolls in this route here to get down to Pinwheel is completely skipping all of Catacombs.
It's a very
Yeah.
nice arrows unless you get a skull midair. That's not very fun.
Yeah. Or you can also get sniped by a firebomb if you use hidden body too late, or if hidden body just doesn't work, because that's something that happens in this game sometimes.
Says that it quit out there on the lever. You can do RTA pushing that lever, but
Yeah, it's pretty
probably way
comfy
more
actually.
comfortable.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, and Sas got
Oh, and
oof,
he didn't die. That's
wow,
awesome, actually.
wow, that was insane.
But I understand the quit out. That was extremely scary.
Yeah, I was actually going to say, oh no, he didn't get the quit out because he was a little bit slow with that, but he actually didn't die, so everything worked fine.
Yeah, that was
Damn.
I don't know, man. That was Miyazaki taking away from you and then giving it to you. It was a
So
roller.
So for anyone who doesn't understand why it was so impressive, it's because we didn't. I think we didn't say this the previous time when we explained arrows, but you have to land on a certain point of the roll. It's not just as simple as just spam roll and you're good. Oh, and Bull died to Manus, unfortunately. So it's not as simple as spam roll while you fall. You have to actually be landing on the ground at one of at a point of the rolls where you have iframes, because if you land at the beginning or at the end of the roll,
Did you just see
you
what happened to Sass?
oh I was watching Bold. I didn't see what happened.
Okay, Sass was doing what a pathing through Tomb of the Giants, and he jumped a little earlier on the first drop, and he was very very close to the edge, and he quit out because he didn't trust his jump.
Uh-huh.
But like Ayame said earlier, quitting out pushes your character a little backwards. So he was even closer to falling there, and that would be a pretty bad death.
Oh, I didn't catch
But
that. Damn.
he actually, once again, surviving. So this is a miracle split for Sas right now.
Okay, so what I was explaining is that you need to land the last roll that you do with the chain A rolls on the frames of the roll that you have iframes. So if you roll too early, if you perform the first roll too early or too late, you might end the roll in the like at the very end of the roll where you no longer have iframes, so you die from full damage. Or in this case, if you bump into into one of those skulls, you are actually longer in air, So it changes the timing of the last roll, and usually when that happens, if you don't quit out, you by the time you reach the floor, you die because of that change in timing. But for some reason, it worked for Sass, so here we are. Maybe he actually got the roll too early, and that fixed it. I don't know, or too late rather. But yeah,
Well,
Sass,
what
Sass is
matters is
done with
that he's
Nito.
passed that segment. And it's interesting because both of them are going to Four Kings at the same time. So it almost looks like they're close.
Yeah, they are actually at the same spot, but not doing the same thing. So yeah, Sass done with Nito, and he's going for Four Kings, which is actually gonna be, if everything goes right, it's actually gonna be one king. And well, actually, Bolt is going for Four Kings too,
Yeah.
just in a different order.
And this is seal skip. It completely skips having to drain the water from New Londo. And this is done by performing a slope quit out here. The game saves our position down there before we die.
Either a
And
slow
very
quit out.
convenient.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah, go
well,
on,
or
go on.
what Bolt is doing, because Bolt just used fall control to do that instead, and he saves considerable time, especially real time, since he only does one quit out for what Sass needs two quit outs to do.
Yeah, actually, Bolt was behind Sass on this particular spot when they started going for Four Kings, and now he's ahead because he had like a 10-second time save because of that one last quit out he had to do.
Yep. So let's
So
see how this goes for Bolt and Sass.
hopefully both players will get one king only.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Sass gets hit by four kings, and this is the power of a quantity storage route. He was close enough to four kings where the damage is mitigated enough
yeah, we
where
actually saw
he
that.
survives attack even though he has Red Tear Stone Ring active.
Yeah, and Bolt unfortunately missed some beats on the first cast on the first king, so he didn't get one king. He had to wait for the second one, which is a pretty big time loss. Not as big as dying, obviously, but you have to wait like what 15, 20 seconds for the second king to appear.
Yeah, it feels like an eternity.
Yeah, especially because you're just sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah. This has performed the Lauren Edberg skip, which Bolts performed earlier in the round for Griggs. But now it's going to be going for Capper Demon, and Capper Demon's going to get slapped with a
Destroyed.
couple Dark Beads, and so that's going to quit out there to spawn outside the arena and kill Gaping Dragon. And then after this, all that's left is Gwyn for Sass.
Yeah, so someone asked how many bosses is Bolt behind. Saz is already almost done with the game, as Mario just said. He only has Capra Demon and Gwyn, while Bolt has Pinwheel, Nito. I don't think Bolt did Isolith yet, did he?
No, I don't think so.
He has all of Isolith, including including Ceaseless,
Yeah, he
and
also has
then
Gwendolyn, Priscilla,
oh
that he
yeah,
needs
because
to get.
he didn't do Gwendolyn and Priscilla in the mid game. And then Capra and Gaping, which is what Saz is doing now. So yeah, he's quite behind.
Yeah, Sass opted to not go for a strat called the Gaping Out of Bounds, which is it's pretty cool, but it also doesn't save a lot of time RTA. If it's even, I think it's even RTA or maybe even slower. I don't know. Doesn't get a nice opener, but
Oh, that's okay.
all
Yeah,
good.
he has a lot of health, so it doesn't matter. But
Yeah. pretty sure that was faster than quitting out and getting a slam. So all that's left for Sass is Gwyn. So I think he's going to be getting a high 113 or something. A low 114 time for this.
Probably worth mentioning that aside from the various deaths that Bolt had, which made him lose time, Bolt has also lost a lot of time to the route differences. Not only because Sass's route is faster in general, but because Bolt has been doing a lot of quit outs, and I mean a lot of them because he's been doing fall control quit outs and other extra quit outs to set up different stuff. So Bolt has lost like several minutes only to that small difference in doing doing fall control quit outs instead of meme rolls or whatever other methods of avoiding fall damage Sass has been doing.
In
Which
particular, with the route he's going up against, this route is really, really fast RTA. It does not do a lot of quit outs at all.
yeah, we could also explain how fall control quit outs work. I think we didn't do that. Basically, for some reason when you have full control on and you fall to your death, like full control will not will prevent any fall damage from happening except if it's lethal fall damage, if it's 100% of your health. But for some reason when you fall to your death with fall control on, the game takes a little bit to kill you. It doesn't kill you immediately. You get the animation of dying, but the health doesn't deplete immediately. So you have a small window where your character has touched the ground and has begun to die, but your health is still there. So if you quit out in the right spot, you can spawn back in and you are on the ground, but you are not dead, which is what Bolt has been doing. And Sass is done with the game. He just cast two Dark Beats to Gwen, and he's done.
Yep. And it's low 114. Pretty nice from Sass. Congratulations. This is currently the best time we have in the tournament. He bested Kata's 115. And he gets a 110.06 IGT. So
Yeah.
congratulations, Sass. Meanwhile, Bolt is on his way to Nito.
And he quits it out.
I'm not sure what happened. Did he not have fall control on? Not fall control, sorry. Hidden body.
I think
I'm
that's
not
it.
sure what
Yeah,
happened.
maybe I wasn't paying too close attention, but yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe he forgot to cast Hidden Body.
Okay. Hidden body's on. Got his army of soul spears by his side. And this should be a pretty
He just
clean
dealt,
fight.
yeah, he just dealt like 1,300 damage to that poor skeleton. He did nothing wrong. His skeleton was just chilling and got like Omega overkilled.
Get on. So yeah, now I believe Bolt has Isolith left and the rest of
And
some Burg area bosses.
yeah,
Oh, right, he has Stray Demon left as well to get the doll.
oh right because he hasn't done Priscilla yet, so he hasn't had a need to go there.
Yeah, but Bolt's magic setup currently is it deals a lot more damage than the fight we saw Sass
Yeah,
do with only Soul Spears. He has Dark Bead, RTSR, a bunch of he has
yeah,
BDR, Crown of Dusk. So yeah,
yeah. I'm gonna enjoy watching Stray get destroyed by Bolt. What if he just uses Soul Spear? He really likes Soul Spear.
both casting hidden body. Have a comfy
A little bit
walk
of
in between those holes.
a bit of a peach, and yeah, get absolutely obliterated.
That
Good,
was fast.
goodbye, stray demon. I'm not sorry for you.
And yeah, it might not have seemed like it from the fight we just saw, but Stray Demon has a lot of health. He
Yeah,
is a tank.
yeah. Isn't he one of the bosses that has the most health in the base game, like alongside Nito and Four Kings?
Yeah, if we were to see old Yasmelis be ran in this tournament, we would see a horrific Stray Demon fight. It is really bad. It was like 10 move swaps if you, with 10 running attacks if you hit all of them.
Yeah, I think D9 had to do that because he did all the melees, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I believe D9 did all the old Yasmelis.
Yeah, old.
No, that's a different route.
I don't know. I lost track. We had
Yeah.
like 150 innovations in 1 week.
I saw Bolt perform Lauren Edberg skip. Now going for Capra. And I think he's just going to leave Isolith for last. Or maybe he's going to be leaving Priscilla and Gwendolyn for last bosses. Also quits out here. It's really not fun to deal with the end of this fight without quitting out.
Yes.
It's not fun.
Yeah, you get all the dogs and all the thieves going at you, and they block your way out. If you don't get that quit out that we saw Bolt and also Sass do at the end of the fight, which put them outside of the arena, so they could get out by just rolling to the side. They would have had all these people, angry, very angry people and animals coming at them and block their way out, and it would have been a disaster.
Yeah, when I first thought of doing that, I just thought, oh, I'm just gonna blast Dark Beat once and they'll die. That's not how it works. That's not how it works at all.
Yeah, you don't get a
Very,
chance to cast
very
that
annoying.
because those enemies are very fast and they don't give you a chance to actually cast Dark Beat. They will hit you and stagger you to your death before you can do anything. And yeah, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, no RTSR, 2 shots. Pretty nice. So now I believe what's left for Bolt is just Isolith. I'm not sure if he got the Door of Chaos bonfire. He got
Priscilla,
it.
and Gwendolyn too.
Yeah, I was about to say. After that, it's still Gwendolyn and Priscilla. So yeah, 20 minutes for Bolt. All of this, not bad.
We might get we do get a chance of getting a very cool or uncool glitch on Priscilla, which hopefully doesn't happen, but
I
because
don't think
Paul.
it's cool. It's not.
I mean, it's funny, but it's not cool that it happens in a run, obviously. For those unaware, Bolt is probably going to be killing Priscilla in one cast of Dark Beat because he has so much damage. And when you do that, there's a there's an interaction that happens because she has two dialogues. She has a dialogue. I think that's why it happens because he has a dialogue for when you aggro her, when you start the fight, and he has another dialogue for when she dies. And if you do both of those at once, she like glitches out and gets in a loop where she repeats the same dialogue over and over again, and you cannot get out of there, and you're just stuck, completely stuck on the fight, and you're soft locked. You cannot finish the game. You cannot progress any further. There are some ways, so allegedly, to avoid that happening. I think if you quit out before the fight and cast Dark Beat from a particular angle on the back of her, that does the chances of that happening are lowered. But I don't think it's like a certain thing. Like it can still happen. I think. I'm not sure. I don't have a lot of knowledge or experience with that. But yeah, something that can happen, and hopefully doesn't happen to Bolt here.
Yeah. So we're gonna be seeing Fire Sage Elevator clip once again from Bolt's end this time.
Yeah, Bolt is quitting
Try.
his position a lot, like very far to the left, though.
Yeah, that's not what we normally see, but should still work.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I actually don't know. You are the expert on this thing.
No, not me. Different guy.
Okay, another Brazilian Mario.
I think he slid further, even further to the left now. Or it might be just the positioning on the camera.
Yeah, it
And yeah,
works
it
just
really
fine.
works. He doesn't have a DT plus 5 though, so he deals less damage to the plunge. Thus he has to cast more dark beads.
He
Not
cast
that last one.
that last one is to flex on Fire Sage. It's like, look, I still have cast left, nerd.
A little too much casting that last one.
Taking the safety bonfire for Centipede.
And yeah, should get Centipede down with 2 casts of dark bead. It's up to our TSR with a drop.
Sass is unaware of the Soul Spear prowess that Bolt has.
Yeah, Bull has a
He,
lot of throw spears. I think he had a 36 at some point.
I think he has 999. Like he duped him at some point. I
Yeah,
missed
he
that,
does,
but
but he doesn't have them equipped.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Bull opting to use a humanity to heal up. And just gonna make his way to Bed of Chaos. So just a lot of running in this section. Could figure out a way to just clip through everything, get to Bed of
Just
Chaos as soon as
just
possible.
Bino boost through here would be
Be
pretty nice.
beautiful. Especially because that's it's a boost from the from pod there. Not very never very comfortable when that happens.
Yeah, these things are. It
That is
shouldn't.
interesting pathing from
Yes.
both. It just
That
yeah.
would. Yeah, that. Yeah.
He had that coming. He just
Yeah, he wanted to play with the dinosaurs, and the dinosaurs don't play softly. The
they're
dinosaurs go hard.
big boyos. Yeah, well, he was too far left and ended up just being in between 2 dragons.
You bounding demons. I learned about those being called bounding demons very recently, actually.
I learned it 20 seconds ago when you said it.
That's a lie. You've heard it before. You just forgot.
That's likely. To me, they're either dragon butts or other names that I can't say in this stream.
Yeah, Dragon Bats is the most common name for them, but they're actually called bounding demons on the game files.
Both
Bold.
tilting his
Sorry.
camera up So
showing us the beautiful design of the roof of this area, which is actually pretty beautiful. This area has a lot of troubles, a lot of problems with copy pasted boss enemies and rushed game level design, but and also this lava that doesn't let you see anything. But it's pretty beautiful, the design of the buildings and stuff. It's a shame that they had to rush this so
all right,
much. And
Bolt taking the right path now. Very nice. Not much of an issue getting past the bounding demons now.
going all the way to the tip of the branch.
I don't think Bolt can survive a firestorm from Bat of Chaos, but
I would be
I
surprised. I mean,
guess
maybe if he equips a lot of armor or
we
something, I
could
don't
just
know.
hope that it doesn't happen.
Or just dodge it. I mean, I don't think, I'm actually a believer that the Firestorm doesn't have a hitbox, and everyone who has died to it is just faking it for, it's a
Oh,
conspiracy.
really?
Yeah.
And hit him using hidden body for I suppose
Oh,
this.
that's bad. That's bad, actually. I think, yeah, he will get blocked by
Yeah.
this thing. Yeah, the chaos eater blocks you if you do that because he doesn't see you, so he doesn't start moving towards you and he stands there. And that's what happened to him. Flexing at at Kualana for no
A little bit of
reason.
BM there.
Absolute, absolute BM. He's just standing there. He doesn't have fire bombs. Oh, he does.
Oh,
He,
okay.
he was.
That's exactly two to complete this fight.
Yeah, Bolt has a history with Bed of Chaos and races. So let's see if he can get his revenge. Because as far as I know, in the last tournament, which was like 50 years ago, Bolt died to Bed of Chaos, and he's looking to get his revenge now. This is an interesting setup for the bombs.
Okay. Worked. And
Go, good
worked.
job, Bolt. He got it.
Let's
Right now, let's not die to
go.
the firestorm, please.
That is way too far, my
Yeah, that's
man.
sweet. And he
All
did it.
right. Battle of Chaos is
Congratulations.
dead.
Clap.
Cool. So now we're gonna kill another one of our kids. Wait, did he
Yes.
already kill Ceaseless?
Yeah, I think he did. He did it before.
Oh, okay. I'm too used to
So
seeing the rest of Azulus before Ceaseless by now.
we have Gwendolyn and Priscilla, and then Capra and Gaping left before win.
No, he already did Capring Game.
Oh yeah, he did it. He did them. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was before Isolate. Yeah.
So
So
now just
only
these two
Gwendolyn and
bosses
Priscilla.
and Gwyn.
Again, I'm not sure that quit out saves time.
I
Probably
think that
doesn't.
one does. I think that one does.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I think the elevator has to go all the way down, stand there for a couple seconds, and then come all the way up again. So then you can go.
makes sense. Yeah,
Oh, but he could have done a.
yeah. He could have
No,
done.
actually, no. Falcon Choke quit out. I'm not sure if that would have been faster or not. But that's what he's going to be doing here. He's going to be casting Falcon Control and going all the way down to um the lower level.
Oh yeah,
So
that's nice. That's the first time we will see that in this tournament. In fact, that I think this is the first time we see anyone use full control so far because it's the first time we see Grex too.
yep. If I had to guess, I would guess that Duck's going to be doing also fall controlling, some fall controlling.
Yeah, I think Doug is doing full control, but not full control quit outs because those are slow
Yeah.
RTA, and Doug's ES Mage is all about that RTA value.
Yeah, we would do a little bit of fall controlling.
So yeah, we have. Oh, also he used cleverly. He used hidden body for the hollows here, but he cast it too late, and the first
Yeah, they
hollow
were
saw him.
aggroed. But this is gonna be pretty straightforward. Bolt doesn't have to go pick up the red sign soapstone like Sass did. So it's just gonna go straight to Priscilla.
And hopefully not get a moan percent.
No, he doesn't have RTSR, so he can one-shot her.
Oh, all right. Oh, that's a lot less interesting.
And for this guy as well. Interesting.
Not risking it to the skip. Oh, we get to see this insane
Picked up a
animation.
dragon scale to level up his dragon tooth.
Yeah, it's a +1. Good
Plunge attack.
strategy. And yeah, for some reason, when you plunge attack, not plunge attack, when you leap attack, the the lower part of that on the dragon body, it stands up. Because I think Zuli the Witch did a video on that on why that works, but I don't remember exactly why that is. I think it's because it's the same model that they use for the actual enemies, the bounding demons we were talking about earlier. So it has the same, like enemies have this characteristic that when you leap attack them, and Bolt is having a lot of trouble finding Priscilla.
Yeah,
There she is.
I'm not sure if I was looking at the ground at all to look at her footprints.
So yeah, the reason it stands up is because NPCs have this for some reason characteristic that if you leap attack them, it puts them in a default position, in a standing position. Actually, if you leap attack Andre, he stands up too, and other NPCs.
You
So
can do
that's
the
why.
same with Dusk. And then if you attack Dusk, if you deal
Ah,
the
yeah,
finish, kill her, she just vanishes. She doesn't have
yeah,
any animation.
yeah. I
She
think
just
Zuli shows that on the video too.
super funny. So yeah, now all that's left for Bolt is Gwendolyn and Gwyn. And yeah, Duck has an excellent point that Bolt should have just been machine gunning soul spears around to look for Priscilla. So yeah, he's getting that bonfire. I don't think Gwendolyn poses that big much of a threat now.
No, he will probably be. Well, I don't know if you can one shot him with Dark Beat without RTSR. Probably can. Not sure.
Well, I don't think you can, but you can still one cycle him
Oh, okay.
with his current magic setup, at least. His 3 arrows should just yeah. Well, that's
And poof.
more than enough.
Yeah, you aim for the snakes, so all the beats hit. If you were aiming for the body, you would have to be very close, or otherwise you would miss bits and not kill him.
And yeah, all that's left is Mr. Gwyn for us to close out another day of. I was going to bother Frampt as well
Yeah,
in
I
his
mean,
sleep.
super mean.
Uncalled for.
Yeah, poor Big Snack was taking a nap, not bothering anyone. Absolutely uncalled for.
And he might one shot Gwyn with all these buffs.
If he gets
I think he gets
RTSR,
the one
he
shot
should.
with
If he get,
RTSR, yeah.
yeah, yeah, because that's what they do on the wrong version of the game speedrun all bosses. He doesn't get RTSR. He will try again. That's not good. That's slow.
Yeah, that is gonna be a process of getting our TSR this way.
You can do the other strat, which is go and die to the second Black Knight and try again.
At this point, he could have set it up with a fall
Yeah,
damage
with there's a fall you can take.
in the kiln as well. I'm not sure if he has 99 int. Maybe.
Yeah, we didn't pay attention to what Bolt's levels were. He
All I
didn't
know is
get.
he has 50 attunement. That's a given.
Yeah, I mean, if he has that much attunement to spare, he probably has. I cannot imagine him getting like these like 25 extra attunement slots that he actually doesn't need if he doesn't have 99 intelligence. But I might be wrong though. Maybe he really values his
Flap. Yep.
flap. Yeah, that's
That's
it. That's
that's
a
a
one
one
shot.
shot. And GG to Bolt.
And the hidden body. GG Bolt. Don't get killed by the knights.
And split Bolt, please.
And there
And
it
we
is.
are done with our race today. Good job to both of our runners. I believe we're gonna get a chat with them very soon.
Come here, boys.
Congratulations to both of them
Congratulations to
already.
Bolt on getting sub 6 hours.
Hello, both of you.
Hi.
Congratulations, Sass, on your win.
I cannot
I game
hear.
wrong. Hold on.
What did,
Hello,
hello, what did
So
both say?
loud. So let me.
guys.
Oh, it's the Out Loud. I hate that song. Detest it. So yeah, good job to both of you. Sass, that catacomb split. We saw some miracles happening there.
Yeah, I died to that. I died to the air rolls in my latest PB, so I was so scared of doing them. And I've been
I
practicing the setup, but I had AI disabled, so I had no idea that the skulls would actually get in the way. So that was a bit monk-eyes.
I was super scared when I saw you bump and that you actually got the quota without dying. That was
Yeah,
honestly cool.
Yeah, I think I actually got the air rolls though. Like I think I didn't even have to quit out. Like I think I
Yeah,
already
no, you
got the
did.
fall.
yeah.
But
You
I
did.
obviously didn't know that, so I just tried to quit out. Especially when you can get a crash or something there if you like bounce in the wrong direction.
Yeah, that's fair. And then there was a second jump in Tomb of the Giants where I think you jumped a little earlier and you didn't
Yeah,
trust that jump.
that's also something that I failed. Like I did a practice run today, right before the race, and that's actually something that I failed. So that's why I was so scared of it. But yeah, I should have just trusted the jump to be honest.
Yeah, the quota actually put you back more further back, which
Yeah, I could have gotten like an infinite falling loop or something.
yeah,
So that was
that
kind of dumb. But I just
was
wanted to
pretty
play it
scary.
safe
But
because it was so late in the run, so I didn't want to die there anymore.
yeah, that's fair. It was apart from the Sif death, it was pretty clean. The ONS fight was a bit rocky, to say the
Oh
least.
yeah, that ONS fight
That was a bit
was.
of a YOLO. Like if you fail a move swap before ONS, you usually have to like you're gonna get hit through the fog gate like half the time or something. So I didn't want to roll after the fog gate because that messes up the setup for the whole fight. But I knew that you can still get hit there, so it was kind of YOLO. A bit unnecessary, I guess.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
worked out. You ended up alive
Yeah, and
with
the
a couple
snow fight was also
scratches, but
kinda scary. Like I shouldn't have YOLO'd those shovel attacks that much.
yeah,
yeah.
got saved by
I
the
got scared. I
stagger.
got really scared by that.
Yeah, and
But yeah,
Bolt got his revenge against Bat of Chaos.
Yeah, and really, if there's anything life lesson wise that you want to take away from my run, it's that there's never enough soul spears ever.
Also, that you
If I could get 99 attune and equip all my soul spears, I would.
also
I
that you
think 50 is
won.
the cap. But yeah, congratulations to both of you. Thanks for participating in our tournament.
Thanks for hosting this. It's cool to have this again after like so many years since the last tournament.
Yeah. Been, like
Totally.
Hayame said, like 50 years.
Yeah, approximately.
And I'm looking forward to that Saastutin match.
Oh.
Oh,
We'll have that.
I don't know, like that might not happen to be honest.
yeah.
Yeah, because
I
why?
think
Because
Kata's
Kata's
lose
gonna go
tomorrow
down
also.
early?
Yeah.
And yeah.
Kata's gonna go
because of
through my partner here.
Indeed.
He's been playing too much AA, man.
Excited for
Yeah, and
that.
the wrong game as well, so that doesn't really help.
Oh, snap. Shots
So,
fired.
we're going to be having a lot of races this weekend.
Yep, we have
Tomorrow
3.
alone, we have 3 races. Yeah.
Go ahead.
And then on, let me check. On the 12th, on Sunday, we have Brood versus Saastutin. And tomorrow, we'll have Newbie Saurus versus Typo, Pink and Orange and Gold versus Sapioke, and we're going to have Red versus Dark One. And I believe that's going to be the end of the first round.
Yes, we have another race on Sunday, which is the first race for the second round. I don't have in front of me who it is, but we have it. But it's going to
Wait,
happen.
really?
Yeah. Do you have
I
it?
don't have this info. No.
You can get it. But yeah, we have another. I mean, it's a race on
Oh, is
Sunday.
Brood versus Saastutin already second round?
Yeah, technically, it's the only second round match that's actually for some reason it's on second round, but it's their first match. I don't know
Okay.
how that works exactly, but yeah, it's there in the second round row. So technically second round, even though it's their first race in the
That's because
tournament.
both of them submitted seating times. So
Yeah, probably
they have priority.
corruption in the bracket creation.
So, yep, that's up from us today. Thanks, Ayame, commentating with me.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you to both our runners. Good job today.
And see you
Thank
tomorrow,
you, guys.
everyone. We
See you
are
tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna be hosting another Speed Souls member. So if you want to see more Souls speeding, make sure to join that raid. And we'll see everyone tomorrow for a lot of races. So be here. And yep. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a good day, good weekend. And bye-bye.
goodbye.